What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild challenge here on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. In today's video, we got the No 90s challenge. I like to think this is a pretty self-explanatory challenge. It's one that I have done in the past multiple times. Basically, the name of the game, I have to go out and win a championship. That is the main goal today, but I have to do that with having 90 plus overalls on the team. It does get a little bit tricky because the guys can start seasons at like an 88, 89 overall. They can be 90s once I hit that championship, and if they are, that championship doesn't count. So this is a little bit of a challenging one today, but it's one we've done in the past with success, and I'm looking forward to it. And on the day you're seeing this video, we are exactly 2 weeks away from NBA 2K23, and I am definitely looking forward to it. That being said, we still probably have about anywhere from 12 to 14 videos to go. So if you guys do have any challenges you want to see, let me know down below in the comments section. I'm excited to kind of wind down 2K22, hopefully hop into 2K23 with a little bit of a better year, just content-wise and stuff like that. But of course, if you guys have not yet, we are on the road to 40,000 subscribers. We'd love to have you join the community. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to another really good year of 2K. And once we do finally get to September 8th in 2K23, but, you know, I always have high hopes, and that is always kind of just the same product. But we'll see. I have hopes this year. Let's hop into the video. We're going to go ahead and randomly select a team, and then we're going to let the CPU draft that entire team for me. Now, I honestly don't want that high of a pick today. Like, if we end up with a pick that's probably in the top 15, maybe 20-ish area, these are guys that are either already 90 overalls or could very easily progress. So I would rather do this myself, but it does add another element to the challenge. So we're going to go ahead, randomly select a team. We'll stop in 3, 2, and 1. We end up with the Detroit Pistons. I, again, have no idea what draft pick they have, and we're going to let the CPU draft for us. I'll see you guys with this team. So this sucks because I never get to use Joel Embiid. Obviously, we probably had somewhere close to a top 5, 6, 7 pick, whatever it was. But yeah, that kind of does suck because it would have been fun to use Embiid. You know, looking at the rest of the roster, there's really not a ton of other guys here that I really believe could hit a 90 overall. So that's kind of a good thing, which is kind of weird to say. But like Embiid obviously really cannot be here. He's already a 96 overall. He's not going to go down in overalls. We're going to go ahead and have to trade him as much as it does hurt me. Well, that's the name of the game today. So let's find a trade for Joel Embiid. Oh, those words hurt. We were only able to find 2 trade offers for probably a top 4 or 5 player in the entirety of the NBA, which is a really weird, kind of unfortunate thing. This is the trade offer I'm going to go with. I'll show you guys this other one here. The reason I'm not taking this is for a couple reasons. One being DeAndre Ayton always going to hit a 90 overall. Probably will be a 90 by the end of next season at the latest. And then Bradley Beal, on top of making a lot of money, he sometimes does end up regressing, which is kind of weird, honestly. But we get 2 younger players here with this deal. Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. Bam kind of weirdly never hits 90 overall. And I'm kind of obviously hoping that can maintain today because out of the center options that don't hit 90, he's probably as close as we're going to get. And, you know, who knows? Maybe he'll still hit a 90 overall. I've seen it happen before, but I've also seen a lot of videos where he stays kind of around that 88 overall. Along with that, Tyler Hero definitely will hit a 90 at some point in time, but if we can get that championship in the time frame before he does hit that 90, that would be great. So this is painful. And yeah, welcome to the team. So I think Andrew Wiggins would be a huge upgrade at that starting small forward spot. Not really a dig at Lauri Markkanen, but let's be honest and kind of look in the mirror. Andrew Wiggins is a much better basketball player than Lauri Markkanen, so I'd like to have him here. He's also a guy that we can probably keep long-term. Most likely know he'll never get close to a 90. And I'd really like to have him on this team. So Markkanen and Derek Favors does make the money work. They want an unprotected first in 2026. I turned off previously traded picks, so we're kind of all set there. And yeah, that's honestly fine with me. By 2026, we'll be good. This is only a 3-year rebuild. And that 2024 Brooklyn pick, you know, they do have Steph Curry, so it probably won't be that good. But we get our guy here in Andrew Wiggins. That probably is our final trade. I'm very fine with Holiday and Kendrick Nunn being my 2 point guard options. I honestly might send Trey Jones down to the G League. We obviously just got Hero. I was kind of looking at this like, we didn't really have a shooting guard, like, if we didn't make that trade, so I'm actually not that mad of it. Like, no disrespect to Skylar Hayes or Joshua Primo, but, like, really, 2K? Andrew Wiggins obviously comes in here to be our starting small forward. We have Moses Moody, Justin Jackson, Wendell Carter Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, and then Bam, obviously, and Isaiah Stewart. So it's not a horrible team. You know, this is one of those teams that I think will probably be in the playoffs. I don't know if we're necessarily contenders, but we got a lot of really good basketball players. I don't know if there's a superstar on this team, but there's a lot of guys that can definitely help hopefully contribute to a championship. So let's set this rotation before the start of year one. All of our trades have been made. We are done making moves, and the starting lineup is set. Here's how it's going to look. Drew Holiday, Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, Wendell Carter Jr., and Bam Adebayo. Really no surprises here. I think we're in a really good spot right now because when I look at this starting five, I think the only two guys I'm actually worried about hitting a 90 would be Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. From past experience, I know Tyler Hero does always get to that 90 overall. He'll get there eventually. You know, this is only a 3-year rebuild where it's a 5-year rebuild, so we'll see how long it takes with that progression. Bam, weirdly enough, typically doesn't get there, but hopefully it doesn't happen today, as weird as that does sound, because I'd like to keep him on this team. The bench is definitely something that eventually could use some improvement, but you know, for now, it's good. Kendrick Nunn, Dorian Finney-Smith, Isaiah Stewart, Moses Moody, and Skylar Mays. I can't fucking speak this morning. I'm recording this video like at 7:30 in the morning. I sent Joshua Primo and Trey Jones to the G League. Maybe they can progress, play some minutes down there. That being said, though, hopefully we're somewhat of a contender. I'll see you guys at the end of year one here in Detroit. Giannis in a Minnesota Timberwolves jersey wins the MVP award here at the end of year one. Surprising enough, like I don't see him win the award that much. Like it's always pretty much just Luka or LaMelo Ball even, but like good to see Giannis. I mean, I know he's already won 2, but it just looks cool. It looks good to see who I believe the best player in the league is winning MVP. We are the 2 seed here in the East. Not too bad. I will take that. We definitely have some, you know, holes in our roster, but hopefully they're workable and hopefully they're doable. That sounds weird. Good enough in the playoffs for hopefully us to be an actual contender. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year, does not have the 2022 draft class in here yet. Russell Westbrook, still 6th Man of the Year, is in Phoenix. Let me know your thoughts on Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverley on the same team. That sounds like a nightmare. That, you know, who actually knows if Russ is going to be there? I wouldn't be surprised if he is, though. I cannot imagine they find a trade for him. Giannis also wins Depoy, Tyrese Maxey, Most Improved, Jason Kidd, Coach of the Year. All right, so we are here in the playoffs. Let's take a look at the full standings. We finished 48-34. You know, I guess that is kind of what happens when you do a fantasy draft. The NBA kind of evens out as much as possible. But at 48 wins, we are hopefully a contender. Bam Adebayo leads us in scoring. He's actually an 88 overall, so we are going to have to pay an eye on that. We're going to have to pay close attention. Tyler Hero still at 85. Andrew Wiggins, Wendell Carter Jr., Drew Holiday. Starting 5 leads us in scoring. Really no surprises there. Rebounds was led by Bam, and assists was Drew Holiday. So let's sim the play and see who we got here. Then check out their team, because obviously it's a much different looking team. Trae Young. Oh, shit. Yeah, this terrifies me. I mean, that backcourt's disgusting. They're both going to be 90-plus overalls by probably next season at the end of next season at the latest. We do win in 5, though. Moving on to the Chicago Bulls. Lonzo Ball, Tyrese Maxey. Oh, Jimmy Butler back in his old uniform. I miss Jimmy in Chicago, man. It was just such a different era of the NBA. It really was. That team's better than us. They're probably going to beat us. We're actually fighting back a little bit. We're up 3-2 now. Going to Game 7, and wow, we win. And here come the Brooklyn Nets with Steph Curry. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I forgot we gave them Lowry Markkanen. We have their first-round pick, I think, next year, actually. It's still probably not going to be that good of a pick. We're up 3-0, though, and we sweep Steph Curry. Huh. I'll be. Lakers. Oh, my. Holy defense in this backcourt. Norman Powell, Al Horford. And how do you... what? How do you have these two coming off the bench? Don't get me wrong. I respect the Lakers starting the 2 Celtics. I love it a lot. Just how do you have them starting over CJ and Tobias Harris? You can make an argument in real life for Al Horford and Tobias Harris. I would start CJ over Marcus Smart every single day of the week. But yeah, let's see if we can beat them. I mean, they're not playing the most minutes of their best players, and that's championship in year 1. I'm going to obviously try to still win more. I mean, the challenge is completed, but it's really not. I didn't really do that much. I mean, I traded Joel Embiid, and so we're going to continue this. Let's hit Steph's. Oh, shit. That is the draft. Actually, I don't have a lottery pick. What does it matter? Dwayne Casey, he's an okay head coach. He did just win us a championship, so I'm probably not going to fire him. It'd be pretty tough to fire him after winning a championship. So let's head up to the 30th overall pick. I'll draft somebody. Could always be a depth piece for us. Ty Washington is here. Honestly, that might be my pick. I see Dalen Terry's also here. Walker Kessler. Obviously, these guys were just drafted. You kind of, you don't know how good they are. I think I'm thinking I think I'm going to take Ty Washington just because I know he's somebody that can progress pretty well. Ultimately, could replace Kendrick Nunn off the bench. So yeah, I'm fine with that pick. He's a 73 overall, so we'll see how his development goes. Kendrick Nunn does decline. We'll bring back Trey Jones as well, who just entered the G League. Potentially could be our new backup point guard. Skylar Mays can get the qualifying offer, and we are officially here in free agency. None of these guys I would be too mad if they left. I think I'm going to definitely just re-sign Kendrick Nunn. He wants a close to $10 million a season. Jackson, Gorgie Jang can take a hike. I actually signed Gorgie Jang in free agency just so I could send guys to the G League. So we won a championship, obviously. We're still going to try to win more. I'd like to go ahead and, this sucks, but I'd like to trade Jrue Holiday. I'm sure a lot of you do know he's going to regress. So it's going to be kind of hard to find a guy that's kind of within that threshold of not hitting a 90, but can be good enough to hopefully still be a championship caliber point guard. I could also say that same thing about guys like Andrew Wiggins, Wendell Carter Jr., and I'm perfectly fine having them because I don't think they'll hit the 90, but if we're going to replace one starter based off regression, it's going to be Jrue Holiday. Here's what it's going to look like. We're sending Jrue Holiday, Kendrick Nunn, and 2 second-round picks to the Chicago Bulls for Lonzo Ball and Markelle Fultz. Now, at the current state of the NBA, currently, I do believe that Jrue Holiday is a better player than Lonzo Ball. Lonzo's obviously had his fair share of injury problems. Jrue Holiday just in this game is going to regress. And I think a lot of you guys do know that, so you probably understand this trade. We get 8 years younger at the starting point guard spot. We also get, in my opinion, probably a more serviceable backup point guard, albeit a more expensive one here in Markelle Fultz. So Lonzo Ball going to come in, probably not going to hit a 90 overall by the end of 3 seasons, which is kind of good for me. If this was a 5-year rebuild, that would definitely be changing some things, and he'd probably definitely get to that 90, but I'm very fine with him for now. We're probably going to have to still make a trade and kind of upgrade that bench a little bit. This is an absolute no-brainer for me. You all know, you've all seen, if you watched my Nets rebuild the other day, how good Cam Thomas actually ends up being. He's going to come off the bench, being my new 6th man. We have to send them our first-round pick next year. I don't really mind that. We also are going to get Aaron Wiggins here. So Cam Thomas is going to come in, probably be the backup for... Honestly, he very well could get to the point if Tyler Hero's progression gets too high, that he could even be the starter. I mean, you guys have all seen how well he does progress. So, reason I traded those 2 young players was basically just because we acquired Markelle Fultz, and then we also did draft Ty Washington. So, we're kind of all set in the point guard department. Other than that, I think we're hopefully going to be making another case to be champions again. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2 here in Detroit. Fresh off a championship, we have one major change in the starting 5, that being Lonzo Ball. I'm actually going to go ahead to the Chicago Bulls right now, kind of see what overall Jrue Holiday currently is. Again, I wish I could have kind of kept him, and I wish he was a guy that didn't regress as much. But unfortunately, he is. He's down to an 82 overall, so it kind of looks like we made the smart move, I'm sure. Again, the majority of you guys know that stuff like this happens. It sucks. It's how 2K works. Lonzo's an 85, and I'm super happy to have him here. So it's Lonzo and Tyler Hero in a backcourt together. Honestly, not a bad backcourt. It's pretty dynamic. They could probably play off each other pretty well. I'd be excited to see it. Andrew Wiggins, Wendell Carter Jr., 2 guys who overalls are kind of implanted. They don't really change too much. And then Bam Adebayo, 87 overall. I think he actually was an 88 at one point in the offseason. It's weird. I don't really know how it works, but the magic of 2K's progression and regression system. Very interesting. I'm going to give Fultz the 6-man nod here. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys know I don't like big men being 6-men, so we got a guy like Markelle Fultz in here. Hopefully could provide some good minutes off the bench, former number 1 overall draft pick. Isaiah Stewart, Cam Thomas, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Moses Moody. I'm excited to see how this team can do. I'd like to go back-to-back. Hell, I'd like to win 3 straight. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. It is back-to-back MVP awards for Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Very, very deserved. He actually looks pretty sharp in a Wolves jersey, I'm not going to lie. We are the 1 seed this year here in the Eastern Conference. We were 2 seed last year. Hopefully a little bit of a better record this year as well. Also number 1 in the power rankings. Chet Holmgren, Rookie of the Year, was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers. I hope he can get back to be healthy, bro. That sucks. Because, it was just, what was it? The Jamal Crawford game he was playing in, or whatever the hell it's called, and then he gets injured in that, and now who knows how long he's out. I mean, that just sucks. This is a shitty way to get injured. I'm not blaming him, obviously. It just sucked because, there's just so much promise and potential there. Damn. Andre Drummond, 6th man of the year. Houston, Anthony Davis, still in LA, Defensive Player of the Year. Devin Vassell, Most Improved. And Dwayne Casey wins Coach of the Year for us as we do wrap up a season of 60 wins and 22 losses. So, probably the favorites to win the championship. Bam's an 88, Hero's an 87, so we're still good. Those were really the only 2 I was maybe worried about a little bit. Lonzo Ball, Andrew Wiggins, Markelle Markelle Fultz. Wendell Carter Jr., Markelle Fultz, Cam Thomas, Isaiah Stewart. This team definitely scored a lot of points. We didn't have anybody score over 20 points a game, but the scoring was definitely very spread out. And I think we're in a good spot. Philadelphia 76ers. De'Aaron Fox, Emmanuel Quick. Oh, my God. This is a play-in team? What? How is that a play-in team, bro? You know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you have Kevin Durant. How are you a play-in team? Because, I mean, look at the Nets last year. But, like, that team specifically is not a play-in team. Like, there's just no way. Are we going to come back from down 3-1? We do. Kevin Durant blows a 3-1 lead. And, yeah, second time in his career. Yeah. And we go ahead. And, yeah, we're in the second round now. Orlando, LaMelo Ball. So we got brother-on-brother action. Colin Sexton, Ant. This always happens, man. I mean, you think about it. Number 1 overall pick, number 3 overall pick in 2020 draft. And, yeah, definitely the 2 best players from that draft class so far. All right, let's see what happens here. We're up 1-0. We are 1-1. I mean, that just somehow this is not the first time I've seen LaMelo and Ant end up on the same squad. Are they going to beat us? No, we are on to the East Finals. 2 7-game series going our way. This is the team I believe we beat in the first round last year, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. I think Steph Curry on the team always probably gives guys an advantage, but we're up 3-1 here, so what do I know? We're back in the finals. And it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. They have Halliburton, Bridges. Can you imagine the defense between these two? That's insane. Wiseman there, Caruso even for defense. I mean, that's insane. This is a very good team. This is. I would not be shocked if this was the end of our ride here, as in terms of comebacks in 3-1 series. We're 3-2 right now. We do end up losing in 6. I'm not beating that team. That team was absolutely bonkers. Between the young talent they had, the established star, and yeah, that's a very good team. So we've won 1 championship. Obviously, I'm not going to stop. I'd like to win another one. We probably don't have any picks in this year's lottery, if I had to guess. I don't necessarily see a Pistons logo anywhere, so let's sim it real quick. It's the Rockets, Clippers, Celtics, Kings, and Lakers. So, staff signing time. Do I want to keep Wayne Casey? He just won a Coach of the Year for us, and won a championship for us in the year prior. If I look at the candidates, obviously Stauffer's here. You have Leslie Nixon, Jordan Young, Jacob Underwood, Steve Nash. You know what? I'll just stick with Dwayne Casey. It's not that big of a deal. I'd actually like to know, how much does your head coach actually affect things? Because, really look at it, it really can't be as much as, it probably should be. I don't know. Hero and Mays can both get the qualifying offers. I'm not going to stress if Skylar Mays doesn't come back, but obviously I'd like to re-sign Tyler Hero. And Andrew Wiggins, that's definitely a big one for me. Tyler Hero has 4 offers. None of those are real offers yet. So I will wait on him just because I want to give him a real offer. I'm also going to have to make a tough decision on if I want to trade him, because there's definitely a possibility that he gets to be a 90-plus overall next season. And it makes me a little nervous, because if I win a championship next season, it kind of doesn't really count if he's 90 overall. So he could be potentially somebody we trade. At the minimum, we'll probably wait until we sim towards next season, because this overall will go up at some point during then, if it is going to go up. But hopefully he's going to go to the Trailblazers. No, thank you. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. If he's an 87 to start next season, I'll be nervous. If he's anything higher, if he's an 88, I'll probably move on from him and let him go. So, we really don't have any other moves to make. I think this team's good enough, and we've kind of done all the legwork. I mean, do I maybe want to upgrade a Wendell Carter Jr. or Andrew Wiggins? I don't know. If I offered up Andrew Wiggins, and I'll throw Aaron Wiggins in there, funny enough, how about in a first-round pick? I mean, what are my options? I just want to look. Unless, here's the thing. It's a very fine line with guys that are better than him that aren't already close to 90 overalls. You know what I'm saying? Bridges, Michael Porter Jr. Now, this is one I definitely think I could consider. Just because I know he will probably progress. He won't be a 90, though, and I think I'm going to take that deal. I thank Andrew Wiggins for his service here, but with injuries off and, everything, I think Michael Porter Jr. is probably an upgrade here, and I'm going to stand by that statement. So I think we're done kind of making big trades. We are going to check on the overall of Tyler Hero once we get to the start of next season, and if it's anything relatively close to that 90 already, he'll be getting traded. I'll see you guys at the rotation at the start of the third and final year. You can call me a green teamer. You can call me whatever you want. I'm taking Jaylen Brown. I think he's a clear upgrade over Tyler Hero, and there's a couple reasons. I think it's disrespectful to Jaylen Brown that Tyler Hero's 2 overalls higher than him. I don't consider them in the same level of player. I think Tyler Hero, obviously a 6th man of the year. Very good basketball player. Probably has a very bright future ahead of him. There's just no way. Like, there's just absolutely no way that he's remotely close to Jaylen Brown. Never mind 2 overalls higher than him. Jaylen Brown's an 86. That's extremely disrespectful. So we're going to go ahead, pick him up here to be our new shooting guard. Skylar Mays picked up his qualifying offer. We're going to get Gary Payton II. I don't know if he'll crack the rotation, but yeah. Jaylen Brown's officially on this team. And I think that kind of does calm my nerves a little bit of, guys that could potentially hit 90 overall. So, yeah, let's set the rotation now. It is year 3, the final season. We just made a trade for Jaylen Brown. In 2K, apparently it's a downward trade. I don't think we got better here in 2K. In real life, we're 100% better. There's just, this might be the inner Celtics fan coming out in me, but I'm assuming, hopefully a lot of you guys agree with me, I just don't think they're even in like the same tier of players. I really don't. I can currently consider Jaylen Brown a top 3 or 4 shooting guard in the league. I really do. I stand by that statement. Here's how it's going to work. It's going to be Lonzo Ball, Jaylen Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Wendell Carter Jr., and Bam Adebayo. So 2 trades and 2 upgrades probably, in my opinion, with Brown and Michael Porter Jr. The bench unit, Cam Thomas taking over the 6-man role. As I'm sure a lot of you guys do know, he progresses super, super well, puts up really solid numbers, and I'm excited to have him here. And in that role, Isaiah Stewart, Markelle Fultz, Moses Moody, and Dorian Finney-Smith. I also opened up this video by saying in order to maybe win some more championships, we'd probably have to upgrade the bench. I did say that, but we also kind of look at the fact I upgraded the bench. We won a championship in the first year with our worst bench. So, who knows? I'm thinking this isn't a year, though, that we can hopefully win a second championship in 3 years. I'm all over myself. It's way too early in the morning. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. For the second straight season, we are the 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. We're also number 1 in the power rankings. Trae Young, first career MVP and first of this video. I'm happy to see it. Actually looks pretty good in the Raptors jersey. Victor Wembanyama was the Rookie of the Year. He probably went number 1 overall. Wow, he actually went number 2, so I'm assuming Henderson went 1. Is he really 7'5"? Oh, my God. Vucevic, 6th Man of the Year in Golden State. Anthony Davis, Depoy, 2nd straight year of that. Cade Cunningham, Most Improved. Those Raptors are probably going to be a big pain in the ass. Dwayne Casey, Coach of the Year for us as we go 68-14. Please tell me nobody's 90 overall. All right, nope, nothing yet. Let's take a look at the standings. As I mentioned, 68-14, but the Raptors still scare the hell out of me. I mean, they just had an MVP and a Most Improved player, so they're definitely a problem. Jaylen Brown leads us in scoring, followed by Michael Porter Jr., so the 2 guys we traded for, 2 upgrades in my opinion. Bam Adebayo, Cameron Thomas off the bench. I mean, I got to start trading for this dude more. Maybe not so much to the point it's annoying, but like he's definitely got a I just never really get him before. Like before my Nets rebuild the other day, and he's just so good. Kyrie Irving, Cason Wallace, Chetty Osman, Jaren Jackson Jr., Kevin Love. Very interesting looking front court. I would say we're definitely the better team here. I'm really not too nervous about this one. We are up 3-1 here in round 1. We win in 5, moving on to the Atlanta Hawks here with Spencer Dinwiddie, Donovan Mitchell. Wow, actually, guy not a 90 overall. Evan Mobley. You would think Donovan Mitchell would probably be a 90 by this point. All right. We're up 3-0 here in round 2, moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we don't even have to face the Toronto Raptors. We got the Orlando Magic, so you kind of got to do some math. Who do they have that's better than that Raptors team? Oh, yeah, I forgot. This was their team. Yeah, we played them before. We're up 1-0 here. I mean, those number 1 and number 3 overall pick from the 2020 draft class with LaMelo and Ant is just absolutely insane. We were up 3-0. If we blow this lead, I'm going to freak the fuck out. Oh, my God. Thank the Lord Jesus Christ. All right, the Utah Jazz. Oh, God. Can't dodge him. I don't remember the last time I had a video where I just didn't play that dude in like at least 1 round. Like it just always happens that I end up playing Zion Williamson. I'll get a little bit of gameplay with this team. We can shoot the shit with a little bit of gameplay. Why not? I mean, this isn't an actual Pistons rebuild, so we'll talk about whatever. We'll talk about 2K23 and my plans because I look forward to a lot of things in the future. Yeah, we're up by holy shit. I'll see you guys in the game. This will be some pretty quick gameplay as there's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. And on top of that, we are up by 28 points here. So let's do it. We got Cam Thomas in here. He's got 12 points on the night. Coming off the bench. Could have maybe been a 6th Man of the Year award winner. Wendell Carter Jr. gets that to go. Little splash. 15, 9, and 4 on him on the night. Good way to close out Game 5 on your home floor. Lonzo's got 19. Beautiful. Yeah, so we can just shoot the shit out. Bam, having a monster night. We can just shoot the shit as always, typically in these gameplays. I've talked about a lot of things in these gameplays in the past couple, rebuilds that I've done them. Most importantly being that, yeah, I mean, it's Thursday right now. You guys have seen this video on Thursday. In exactly a week from today currently, you guys are seeing, oh shit. You have 1 week left of videos in this setup forever, and then I'm gone. as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, I've actually had a couple DMs about this. I actually really appreciate it a lot. I'm actually moving into my own apartment. I'm living with two of my roommates from college, and I could not be looking forward to it more. I'm excited to obviously get out of the house that I'm living in currently with my family, because it's I'm ready for my own space. But yeah, it's a super exciting feeling, and the background is going to change. I'm excited because I'm buying some really cool kind of tech that's going to hopefully upgrade my setup. I wish I could get like an actual camera right now, even a better PC, which I'm definitely looking into at some point. Unfortunately, I do have other expenses, so that's not going to be able to happen right now, but we're going to get there eventually. I'm saving up for a new PC and for an actual camera, so I'm excited to hopefully upgrade kind of the quality of the videos, because I think that is something I definitely lack. My camera is obviously pretty shitty. It's just a random 1080p Logitech webcam, and my computer is an absolute piece of shit. It can barely afford to record these videos in such high quality, so ultimately, I'm really looking forward to that. I wouldn't maybe bank on it anytime soon, but I think we're in a point where hopefully we can make kind of, oh, that's a bad move, kind of smallish changes, and it can hopefully affect us in the long term. I don't know what the hell I'm doing at this point. I'm just kind of screwing around and being up 32 points here. So yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to hopefully continuing to having daily content even when I move into my new place. Or we're winding it down here at the old setup, if you will. So, of course, thank you to you guys. Of course, you guys watching the videos continues to drive me and does help me out every single day. I know you guys hopefully enjoyed this one, and I definitely did as well. I think it's cool. We're going to get in 2 championships here. Bam, you need to cut a lot faster, dude. Can I just... Oh, son of a bitch, too late. Give me a real pick. I don't even know what the hell is happening right now. That's just not what I wanted to do, and it just didn't work out like that. Good God. All right, we're done with this. That is officially 2 championships in 3 years with 090 plus overalls. Lonzo actually progressed pretty well. He is up to an 88. So I'm sure the guys are going to have like +1 overalls, which doesn't count. Oh, actually, a couple of them do, but still no 90s. So the challenge was a success. I don't know if there's any other way to possibly do this. Like, here's the thing. I'd be like fine, maybe, or attempting. I'd be okay with like maybe attempting at some point in time, maybe in 2K23, like 85 plus overall challenge. That just doesn't look as good like on a YouTube thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a tough one for me. Along with that, I think there are a couple other tough challenges that I've done in years past. Funny enough, I've actually been looking for some video ideas between all your guys' comments, and then sometimes I just scroll back in my YouTube catalog and all the videos I've uploaded in these however many years, and I see if I can find challenges I want to do again. So that's where the inspiration for this one came. I'm sure a lot of you guys do have challenges that you want to see, so let me know down below in the comment section. And yeah, I think that wraps this one up. As always, if you guys are new around here, would like to subscribe to the channel, we greatly appreciate it, and love to have you. Other than that, no 90s on this team, and I could not be happier with the outcome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.